Hi guys, welcome back to E&E. I'm Enzo and this will be the art part of our channel. So I hope you, the first episode or video will be how to make this thing. I don't know what it's called. I just made it. Okay. So I got this idea from our YouTuber named Brad Calbo or something. I'm sorry if I butchered his name. And so I'm going to teach you how to make that. So the first thing you want to do is open up a new file. It doesn't matter what what app or software and hardware you're using. So the next thing is you're gonna search up a palette or a color scheme, right? I already have one, so I'm just gonna insert that. So I'm just gonna insert this. As you can see here, it doesn't need to be that palette because there are many others. And then after you have your color palette, you're gonna select one of the colors for your background. I'm gonna choose this nice lime green. I'm going to make that the background color. Sorry. I'm gonna make that the background color. And now that we have the background, we're gonna choose the next color for the next layer. But make sure the first the layer that you're gonna draw on is under the palette. So the color that I'm gonna choose is gonna be this red. I'm gonna thicken up my brush. I am using the studio pen. So what we're gonna do now is make like weird blobs or splotches, like in your art class. Make sure to get rid of all the space if you want it to look a bit better. Or you can just have very little, or like very little amount of blotches. And then you're going to fill in all the blotches like so. Then the next thing you're going to do is going to make sure everything is refined. Like there's no extra that make it look weird. So you're just going to erase those areas. Like this part, for example. Because when you're doing the shadows, it's going to look very weird. There. Okay. So, now that you've got all of your things done, you're going to add a new layer, and then you're going to choose another color in your palettes. I'm going to choose this nice purple color. But if that doesn't contrast well, meaning if it doesn't look nice because it's weird on the eyes, you can just darken or lighten the color. There. Okay. So now what you're going to do is we're going to make more blotches inside of the original blotches. Or splotches, or whatever you want to call them. It can either be like the same thing, same shape, or two different shapes as a whole. It's up to you. I really recommend doing multiple shapes at once. And like multiple shapes. It looks better that way. Okay. So now I'm going to fill those up, and then we're just going to do this until all of your palette is done. So let's just finish this off. But in the meantime, while you're probably trying to scroll through the comments, but you can't because I turned it off. Well, YouTube turned it off. But that's okay. I'm fine with that. While you're down there looking for another video to watch after this, or want to watch, or going to watch, or like right now because it's boring, which is totally fine, go down there, hit the bell, like and subscribe, and all that stuff. Yeah, same thing all over again. You want to make sure the colors contrast well, and don't repeat any colors. Because if you repeat, it'll look weird. Okay, forgot to find down on this layer. I'm sorry if there's a spot I'm missing and you're just, yeah. I'm sorry if there's a spot I'm missing. I'll probably refine it later. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now let's go back to this layer. Now you're gonna do same thing. The more shapes you put in, the more better it's gonna look. Because then it'll look very like a Grand Canyon in a way when you're doing thermal, when it's like thermal and stuff. I'll call, yeah. So. I'll put the link in description on the video, the YouTuber that I got this inspiration from. He can teach you this in more depth. I'm just here to like make it quick and stuff since because we haven't posted a lot of videos on the channel, which you guys probably know and probably hate, but that's okay. We are just really busy. I'm trying my best here to go fast. The next video after this, like in the art part series, I'm gonna call it the art part, that's actually pretty cool, will be intro to Procreate. So if you want to get into Procreate, or you have it and you just don't know how to use it, I'll teach you that stuff. And yeah, okay. Now, if you want, and you don't need to fill up all your colors, you don't need to use all your colors, you can just stop at when you want. I'm just gonna use all my colors so it looks better, nice. Let me quickly just erase all these little areas to make it look bad. Okay. I'm on my next layer now anyway. Okay. The next color I'm going to choose will probably be the last one. It's going to be that yellow. And then we're going to to speed this up, I'm just going to copy the same shape as the blue. Because I don't want to bore you guys. If you have a super small shape, not super small, but a small shape, and you can fold it and just make the size of your brush smaller so it's easier. You want to make sure the color does not penetrate the layer below, because then it's gonna be weird and all that stuff. So I really recommend you do not do that. But if you want to, go ahead. Okay. Is that all? Oh, nope. Over here. Okay. If you want to see more stuff videos like this, like how-tos, you can go down there and like it so I know. Because I really want to entertain you guys and get and stuff. Okay, so now that that's done, what you're gonna do now is duplicate each layer. So you're gonna duplicate each layer, and then on every layer below, like this, you are going to make that, you're gonna alpha lock that, or whatever you do, where if you were to, you cannot draw, here, what I mean is, it's like a clipping mask, where you cannot draw in that unless, you cannot go past that, what you've drawn. So, to others, that might be, clipping mask. So then you gotta make sure the color you selected is black. Turn off the top layer, and then you're going to fill layer. And then it's gonna become black. You're gonna do the same thing. Then you're gonna turn alpha lock off. Turn back the top layer, and then you're just gonna repeat this process many times until all of the bottom layers or whatever are done. Oops. Because this will be the shadow effect. And then fill layer. See, if you want, you don't need to have the next step is optional, but I would really recommend you do it. So, but if you don't want, you can select all the shadow layers. Well, that's not supposed to be alpha locked. Turn alpha lock off. Okay, you're gonna select all the layers, all the shadow layers. Why do I keep doing this? I'm really sorry. You're gonna select all the shadow layers, and then you're gonna select it and move. It'll have like a nice cartoony effect, right? Which is cool, but the step that I said is optional. You're gonna, if you want it to be the best, then you can follow this step. The first thing you're gonna do is turn off top layer. So the first thing, it's so all you see black. Then you're gonna Gaussian blur it, or right, like that. I'm gonna recommend put it at a friendly number so you can do it to each. Sorry about that. To each thing, to each layer. I choose to do 10%. And then when you're done, you're gonna put back that layer. And then you're gonna repeat the same thing. Gaussian blur that 10%. Oh. It can be as close as possible. Or a pinpoint, which I want because my OCD, I need it to be 10 points. Okay, there, 10%. And then the last layer. If you want, you don't need to turn off the top layer, so you can see how the shadow looks. Now what you're going to do is you're going to select all your shadow layers, and you're going to move them to the angle you want. You're going to move them to the angle you want, so it's like if light is coming from a specific side. I really make sure you can see the whole thing. And then just move it around. You should be very careful though, because if you move it like that, it has this effect right here, right where it's like a line, but that's okay. But other than that, when you're done, you have one more step. Put your signature. Okay. Other than that, that's it. I hope you enjoyed, and this really just you found kind of helpful and you liked it. And so that's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next video, if there will be one. But yeah, see you all next time.